Welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And with me now, the man, Dorian Darch. How you doing, Dorian?
Sound, buddy. Sound. Are we all right? Everything all right?
Yeah, all good this end, mate. As you say, I know you're on a bit of a time limit. I know you're on a bit of a time limit at the moment.
Yeah. She's home at 6:20 and I've got to go for a dog walk.
Yeah.
Get her steps up.
Is it the dog that's being walked?
I just walk around like I have the lead, my head down, just doing what I'm told.
Cover up your collar, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. But
I know the feeling, mate. So, where did it all begin with you, with your boxing?
I didn't have many amateur fights, if I'm honest. I think it was 11 amateur fights. I fought a guy called Alan Wynne Jones who beat me the first 2 times he fought. And then I beat him in the Welsh final, and on the 3rd time, he was a southpaw. He was so the first twice. Like if you've never boxed, I don't know if you've boxed, Joel, but fighting a southpaw is hard work. If you know, because you spar orthodox boys day in day out. So the first 2 times I fought him, I'd never boxed or sparred a southpaw before, so he was just battering me out, moving around the wrong way, straight into the left hand all the time. But then Harry Miles then helped me out in all fairness, give me some good sparring, and I beat him on the 3rd attempt, won the Welsh, and then I turned pro.
Oh, well, and then look at your pro career, mate. You know, you've been in with Dubois, Dave Allen.
I didn't off them all, mine.
but do you know what I mean? Some people don't even share a ring with those sort of people.
No, it's a good experience. It's like you said, it's something you can say when I'm older. I expect I had Aiden off Anthony Joshua, but that's all it was, Aiden.
So, before we move on to your bare knuckle, who was the hardest puncher out of all of those heavyweights?
People don't believe me when I say this, but Ian Lewison.
Oh, right, yeah.
He punched the hardest, broke my jaw. I was on the soup for a month after that fight. Yeah, but I think partly to do with that is when I fought Ian Lewison, I was still undefeated. I'd only fought journeymen. It was my first step up, and I was trying to win. So when you try to win and you throw in punches, you're more open to get caught. And I blew up as well because of all the nervous tension. And I was just knackered, and he hit me with an uppercut. And he hit me out of my boots.
Bloody hell, mate. I tap my hat off to you, mate. I don't know how you did it. You know, I think you had 25 fights. 12
won 12, lost 12 and drew 1, I think I did. I never beat no world beaters, like, you know what I mean? I beat people who I was supposed to beat. When I stepped up, I lost.
But anyone that steps in the ring, full respect to them.
Yeah, fair play.
It's you know, people say you don't play boxing, do you?
No.
But
yeah, it's a tough old sport, but when you got a missus who likes to go to Mexico every year, you got to fucking do something to pay for it.
Yeah. Exactly. But, you know, now you've turned to your bare knuckle boxing, mate. So
yeah,
how did
more
that come about?
To me, but I think
how
more
did it
suited.
come about?
Well, I messaged Jim, I did, but I've seen a lot of it because it's getting quite popular on Twitter. And now, so I messaged Jim. He messaged me straight back, in all fairness, said we'll sort something out. But then it was the lockdown happened, so it all went picking to the sidewinder. And then when it all started to open up a bit, I seen the first show, but I didn't message Jim. When I seen the second show, then I messaged him, and he said, "Yeah, we'll get you on it," and I went from there.
Yeah, because you it's fair to say you lost your kind of touch, didn't you? With
I just boxed in towards the end. I'd have a phone call on a Tuesday and fight on the Saturday, just do it for the money, like, you know what I mean? It was an effort. I didn't train on that time for the last time I trained. A bloke on Monkey was training me properly, and then that was about, I think I lost to Chris Healy on a tight decision on a home show, which I thought I deserved. It weren't a robbery, don't get me wrong. I watched it back. I got it on DVD. I think I done enough to win. I was on the front foot, but I lost, and that was the end of it then.
Yeah. Because then your last fight was Dave Allen, and you just thought, well, this is it now. I'm done. I'm going to hit the dark.
I had the phone call, I think, I was on a Wednesday. I wouldn't talk about money, obviously, because it's not very professional, but they offered me X amount, which you can't turn down, and I just went and fought and lost. Took a dive, apparently, if you listen to people. People are mental. For the week after that, my phone didn't stop ringing. People reckon I'd taken a dive. I'd like to see him take a left hook off Dave Allen, you know what I mean? Unfit.
I can't imagine you being the sort of bloke to take a dive any time.
No, exactly, but
But you know,
not fit. Don't get me wrong. Probably shouldn't took the fight, but I took the fight, and I'm braver than most people to get in there. But then for people to start talking about dives and things pissed me off a bit, if I'm honest.
I don't blame you, mate. I would.
Yeah.
You know, I've only done a white collar level, but you know, people go in there to win. They don't go in there to play at dive.
Exactly.
And I think if anyone does, then
exactly. If I took a dive, I would have had a couple of quid of myself.
But then you started training with Gavin Rees.
Yeah.
And he's put you back up. You know, he's brought you back up, anyway.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, it's no thing to my old trainers, obviously, because I was friends with my old trainers. I think I've explained this before. Because I was friends with my old trainers, I could go to the gym and I just done what Dorian wanted to do, more or less. Know what I mean? If I was tired, I'd just say, fuck it, that's enough for tonight. But when you don't know someone, I knew Gavin, obviously, because he's a famous boxer and I've always watched him on telly, but I didn't know him. So when he tells me to fucking jump over the bar for a minute, I jump over the bar for a minute. You know what I mean? I don't question him, or I don't say, Gav, that's a fucking enough for tonight, but I'm fucking pushed. I just do what he tells me to do.
Yeah.
And it's made the difference, in all fairness.
And obviously, you know, you had your first bare knuckle fight Saturday just gone. Mason Shaw, and you beat him, stopped him in the second round, I think it was.
Yeah.
You know, I think you knocked him down. Was it 3 times, and then they pretty much that's enough.
I think I heard him with I think his Mason Shaw, brave as he come, but I think his corner was a bit too brave, if I'm honest. I heard him with a right hand, they called him out, and you could see his eye weren't right, you know what I mean? But I think obviously he's too brave to pull himself out, but I think his corner should have pulled him out before the ref stopped it. Like,
yeah. But you've come out pretty much unscathed.
Yeah, my hands is all I've heard. Look at him. I got hands like feet.
Mate, I don't know how you do it, because in the world of sort of comparison between boxing and bare knuckle, that's got to hurt so much more.
To be honest, though, like Mason is obviously he operates at a lighter weight category. His shots will catch me. Perhaps when I fight someone who's naturally 16 stone, it'll hurt more. But I can take a good shot. You know what I mean? Even though my record, if you look at my boxing record, it looks like I can't. But towards the end, if someone caught me, you know what I mean? I was thinking, fuck, I've earned my money now. I fucking don't want to take any more of that. Like, you know what I mean?
So when are you hoping to get out again next then?
There's talk of a show in June, apparently, but I haven't had no confirmation or anything. I spoke to Joe and Jim today, in all fairness, and they do as they say, exactly what they say in the they've paid me. In fact, they paid me more than what we agreed. So you can't argue with them two boys for that. They didn't have no reason. I weren't expecting no extra, but in all fairness, I wouldn't talk amounts and everything, obviously, but they paid me and plus a bit more. So you can't fault two men who'll do it off their own back with no reason to do it, you know what I mean? They don't know me from Adam, so they didn't have to give me anything more. I would have been happy with what we agreed.
No. Is there anyone that you sort of look at in the boxing world and think they could do well in bare knuckle?
I haven't really thought about it, if I'm honest, but anyone who'll do it, like these white collar boys and things, and not being disrespectful to they call themselves semi-pros and that, but they like, I weren't a very good professional boxer technically, but I'll still wipe the floor with most white collar boys stroke semi-pro boys, you know what I mean? So if, like me, coming from a professional background, even though my record was poor, I will beat most people who've come from a semi-pro stroke white collar, unless he's a tough cunt. You know what I mean? You never know. The boy might not have had the determination or anything to be a pro. So he went down the same, like Fabio Wardley, for instance. He started off on the white collar, and now look at him. So you might come up against the odd boy like that, but most boys are like just local tough boys who have a go white collar, beat the few fucking mongs up, and then think they're the fucking king. Yeah.
I think that's how it is. It's funny how you brought up Fabio, because he is kind of exempt to the rule, isn't he? He's done quite well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he done brilliantly in all fairness. He beat Molina in the weekend. Molina's fought for the world title twice, I think it is, and he beat him easy. I don't think Molina's heart was fully in it, like, you know what I mean? I think he took a dive. I might have had a couple of quid on him.
Did you have money on him? Oh, blimey. Yeah. Well, as I say, mate, I look forward to seeing you doing your bare knuckle stuff again. I think it's down to the ground. I think you're a top bloke. And
16 stone division, but I'll take some beating at 16 stone.
Yeah. No, I look forward to seeing you at your best, mate, because it seems like you found that fire in your belly again, and you won.
Yeah, nice to be back winning, but nice to be back winning. I've lost the feeling for a long time, and it's back now.
Well, you stick to your 15 cans of dark fruits, mate, and you're well on the way.
This week I'm on them now, back off them. As long as my hands let me train next week, I'm back training next week, just drinking on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Till I get something lined up.
Mate, sounds like pretty good training to me. But
yeah,
honestly,
exactly, buddy.
It's lovely having you on, mate, and stay in touch. And we'll have a chat soon.
No problem. Sounds a pound, buddy.
Yeah, you take care.
Right, speak to you later. Ta-ra, bud.
Take care,
buddy.
Dorian Darch, what an absolute diamond. I wish him all the best for the future, taking up his new career in bare knuckle boxing. Won at the weekend, and I think he's found where he's got to be. And I wish him all the best for the future, and hopefully have a catch up with him in the future. And enjoy your dark fruit cider, mate. You deserve it. But you've been watching JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, check out the rest of the content, and see you all soon. Thank you.